Yeah, that's better. You can get it. Marvelous.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. And look. Today, y'all see the intel. We're actually going to do something different for the streets here real quick. Everybody wants to know what the meta is going to look like for our OP11 meta dropping this Friday. Fact, not an opinion.
Dang, bro, slow down, bro. You don't need no chaser? A chaser? It's Friday.
And with that being said, we are actually going to go over every single meta breakdown or meta chart, meta list, meta deck, whatever you guys want to call meta. Because we do know you guys have a lot of meta sheets out here in the streets. Fact, not an opinion. We're going to go over the whole entire meta from March 22nd all the way up to last weekend. Last weekend was our last OP11 major tournament in the East, and they do officially start OP12 this weekend. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the content. What you guys see on the screen right now, what you guys see is the very first tournament right after the ban list in the East. As you can see, we have purple, blue, Luffy, and then right behind it is Bello Betty. A lot of people in the streets are saying Buggy is somehow going to replace this particular deck. I don't see it. I truthfully don't see it. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys are one of these people hyping up Buggy, if Buggy does not perform in the very first week, I'm cutting up everybody. So it better fuck up. Look, I'm telling you, it better fuck up a form for all y'all bitch ass motherfuckers hyping up this deck, because the West for some reason loves hyping bullshit.
Oh God, that was horrible.
Next thing we got right here is GP Luffy at 4. Then we have Zoro and Blackbeard. Seems like these might be the top 5 decks right here. Zoro, Blackbeard, GP Luffy, Bello Betty, UP Luffy. Then right after that, RG Smoker, and also Lucci. We'll also be having a tier list from the Japanese meta. I also saw or have a Japanese top player that gave me a tier list they made for the tail end of their OP11 format. So we're going to get into that a little bit later. And then we also have Green Yellow Law, definitely cooking. ďufuⱠⱠ. What is this? I can't tell. What is this? RP Kid? It looks like he's trying to take the meanest shit of 2025. Actually disgusting. Better go get that Voldemort card to wipe your ass. And then we have RP Luffy right here. Then we have Yellow Katakuri. So this was actually March 22nd. We're gonna see how this meta actually develops. We're not gonna really be going over any other decks. We're just showing you guys how the meta actually develops. So we already went over these decks. So the decks that's actually coming up right here is actually purple Katakuri, green yellow Arlong, purple yellow Pudding, blue yellow Nami. I thought blue yellow Nami was the best deck. What happened to that? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Don't you guys remember blue yellow Nami?
Oh my God, blue yellow Nami's cracked. It's going to be the best thing. A whole bunch of view glazers, video clickers. I mean, that's exactly the people that are making these videos. What happened to you, yellow Nami? What happened to that being the best deck? That's what I'm saying. A whole bunch of idiots in the street. We have Voldemort,
blue red Marco. We have red green Smoker. We have red green Odin, red green Law, red green Chopper. Wow, you don't think it's Christmas with how many fucking red green decks we have. We have red. Oh my gosh, look at all these decks, bro. Don't you just love it when there's only one deck and you just choose everything else just to counter this deck? It makes everything viable, such as red, Gear 5, Luffy, and Shanks. Actually insane, also Pluffy. So this was actually March 23rd. We have another tournament for March 28th right here. Let's see if there's anything different or new added to this. We have one Bonnie, we didn't see that. Everything else kind of looks the same. Anything else? Oh, we have a Nail, we have a red, yellow Sabo right here. Blue yellow Nami. I thought that was the best deck. How is it only at 1? And then we also have Gecko Mori. Everything else we already talked or seen. Let's go ahead and keep on going. All the top decks, it keeps on being blue, purple Luffy here, as you guys can see. I'm telling. Oh, we actually have a Vegapunk here. Vegapunk actually showing up 329. Actually insane. This is the 30th. ďufuⱠⱠ's still here. Anel's at 3. Katakuri. This is when we start seeing a rise of Lucci. Lucci actually, if you guys can really resolve that Kuzan on the board, it really does spin blue purple Luffy's day. Fact, not an opinion. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. I guess this is when the championship happens, so we should get into some championship games. This might be the championship games. I don't know. Nonetheless, let's go over it. So this is actually, this looks like the whole entire month of March already. 156 blue, purple Luffy. So if this is in a tier 0 format, I don't know what is. We have 51 GP Luffys. We have 42 red, yellow Bello Bettys. 30 Zoros, 25 Teaches, and 24 Lucci. So this does look like the top 5 decks that are going to be of top 6. And outside of that, let's see what anything else interesting that was brought. We have a red black Sabo. First time we're actually seeing this at 4. Let's keep. We actually have blue, not blue. We have black, yellow Luffy. I thought this was an F tier deck. How is this up here? I don't know. Now, once again, the West doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. We have Lemonade Kid right here. We have green, yellow Yamato, which goes extremely well into the blue, purple Luffy. We have blue, purple Reiju right here. What else we got? I think that's it. We have a Hannibal right here. We have Lim. Oh shit, I think this is Jinbei, Smoker, and red, yellow Sabo. Some very interesting decks for the time of March after the ban. Let's just keep on going. We have blue, purple Luffy. Anything different? As you guys can see, blue, purple Luffy and Bello Betty is really spinning the block. There's nothing really different. We actually got red Sanji. Like I said, anything that's a really good rushing deck that goes very well into this has a possibility of topping. And how do you guys feel about red, black, what's it called? Red, black Kobe right here. I'm just not a fan of it. I just think it just needs support. I mean, which is fair. It just came out, so you know, I'm not really going to go too hard on that deck. Let's see anything else that's different. No, these two are the 2 top decks right now. These two, and then right after that, it's Smoker. Oh no, actually, it's these 2 decks, the top decks. I'm sorry, these 2 decks. So it seems like these are going to still be the 2 top decks. You guys keep talking about the structure deck. It's not going to change these 2 decks. These 2 are definitely going to be the best decks. Outside of that, we have red, yellow Chopper, or red, green Chopper, I'm sorry. Yeah, everything else kind of looks the same. Anything else interesting we're seeing? Oh, we actually have a red, blue Caesar here, okay? If you guys do want deck lists with all this, look at the last video on the channel. We did have we have over 50 decks worth of deck lists. So any of these decks you guys are seeing, I have a deck list for. But outside of that, like I said, let's just keep on going at this point. No reason to hold this video up longer. We're just gonna keep on skimming through. But when we just take a look at everything, it really just looks like, oh, we actually have a Buggy right here. Buggy did get some support with the brand new structure decks getting ready to come out. Do I think it's going to be tier 1 or tier 2? No, I feel like it might be tiered, you know, probably D tier or maybe C tier on a good day. Maybe if you fucking draw the nuts. But outside of that, the only thing I really see different that's cooking is right here. Green, blue, Rosinante, Rosie. Okay, I call it Rosie. Blue, green, Rosie. Definitely spinning the block. I'm very impressed with that showing. Let's keep on going. Anything else interesting we're seeing? We'll just take a look at this one. No, best deck is still these 2 at the top. We already talked about everything else. Anything else that's interesting? And that was early April, mid-April. Let's keep on going. So this was our very first CS that I think they pretty much had at the in Japan at this point. And as you guys can see, the representation, Lucci did start showing up a little bit more. But at this CS brought 2,785. Holy, this is a tier 0 meta. This is a tier 0 meta. This is a tier 0 meta if I've ever seen one. For this CS, they brought 2,785 blue, purple Luffys. After that, GP Luffy. Right after that is Lucci, then Zoro, then Bello Betty, R Green Smoker, Bonnie, Teach, Shanks, and Nell, UI, Nami, and a whole bunch of other decks we're not going to go over. If we actually just take a look here, you guys can see the distribution right here. I actually don't know how this is actually working, so we're not actually going to pay attention to that. But outside of that, as you guys can see, this is the best deck, and I'm pretty sure this might have been top cut. I'm not really too sure, but it doesn't matter. 62 was brought of UP Luffy. After that, GP Luffy. As you guys can see, this is a tier 0 meta. We have some Buggies. We have some Rosies down here. Reijus, Sabo. We have Hody Jones. Hody Jones got a buff. I know Hody Jones is a meme type of deck, but Hody Jones actually got a huge buff in OP11. So if you guys are a Hody Jones fan, it is playable at this point. It will be playable, which is actually a sight to see. On top of Buggy, let's keep on going. So this is April. We're almost in May here. Anything else? We actually have green, blue, Zanji. We have Lim. We have Blee, Y, Luffy, and also a Yamato is right here. I think I just said that, but oh well. Outside of that, these two are still the best. And you guys can just see the deck distribution. 32, then 6. This almost kind of looks like an RP Law meta. Just, I'm gonna be real with y'all. That's what it kind of looks like. 32, then 6, then 4, then 2. I mean, come on, gang. I mean, this shit is looking pretty bad if I have to say so myself. 41, 12, 11. Let's see. Anything else that might be spicy out here for the streets? No, we have the Lim, Yamato. Like I said, anything that goes well into this particular text, such as this Yamato, is going to be real shy. Fact, out of opinion. Let's keep it going. That was April 25th. I'm not really seeing anything interesting with this list. The Marco started coming up. Like I said, Marco has really been showing up. It literally became a top 10 deck at the tail end of the OP11 format in the East. Actually insane. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Like, I love the fact that the West or the East actually breaks down tournaments like this. Allows me to have some content for you guys. Blue, purple Luffy right here. And this is when we start seeing the resurgence of Luffy. I do want to know why. Why all of a sudden around, you know, late April, why did Luffy all of a sudden start seeing more play? Nothing came out for the boost. Does it have a better matchup into UP Luffy? I don't know. So if you are a purple player, a purple straw hat type of player, or just someone that's into the meta like me, I really want an explanation on why Luffy all of a sudden just came out of nowhere and started becoming so well represented compared to GP Luffy, Lucci, and everything else. Bello Betty is starting to take a back seat, sitting only here at 1 of this particular tournament. And yeah, UI Nami is starting to see a little bit of UI Namis, but I thought UI Nami was the best deck. I mean, how come I'm not seeing it up here in the top 3? Why? Everybody was hyping it up. Why is UI Nami still not in the best? That's what I'm saying. A whole bunch of frauds in the stream making content for views and sounding stupid as hell, trying to sound smart, and they really sound like a fucking dumbass. It's actually crazy.
You guys, I'm like really smart now. You don't even know.
Vegapunk right here sitting at 1. Green Yellow Arlong did get a buff with this particular set. Let me know if you will be using Green Yellow Arlong. And then we actually have the Luffy coming tied in with the blue purple Reiju. I also want to know why GP Luffy is starting to take a backseat, because it's, you know, pretty much Sanji pudding or bust. But this has really been taking a backseat at the tail end of April going into May. And also when we see right here 11-4 Bello Betty's, keep on going. And this is the month of April of what was brought. As you guys can see, 215 purple blue Luffy's was brought in the month of April. Right after that, we have GP Luffy sitting at 69, and then 49 Zoro, then 45 Bello Betty's, 32 Lucci's, 28 Luffy's, 26 RG Smoker, and everything else is as you see. We have the Teach, Bonnie, Law, Shanks, Enel, Nami, Marco. As yeah, look, everything in underneath the sun is what is brought in the month of April for OP11 in the East. But the biggest thing I want to see is, why is this starting to see a rise? This almost is ahead of fucking Lucci, which is insane. Let me know below if you guys are a Luffy fan. You guys see exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this, Luffy right here. Why is Luffy all of a sudden? It's because it cheats out by it. That has to be Luffy Taro and the Sangoro. That has to be it. But we have you know, like I said, it has to be one breakdown that we've seen so far, that UP Luffy wasn't the best deck. That's why I said it doesn't matter what comes out in these nut ass fucking structure deck, these mark ass structure decks. Fact, not an opinion. This is still gonna be fucking everybody's bitch. I mean, there's no other explanation about it. I mean, you could try to hide your bitch, you could try to put as many clothes on your bitch, but it's still, she's still getting spun. Fact, not an opinion. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is a Usopp list if you guys do want to see it. Well, let's just keep on going. And this is the month of May. So this was literally last month. And this is when we start seeing the, you know, the rise of Luffy. The Luffy is really starting to, you know, really being able to compete with UP Luffy. We have 4-4 also matching this with Black Teach. We have Lucci right here, Zoro, red, yellow, Bello Betty, and then we have all of these decks for May. We have purple, black, Luffy. One of the first times we're actually seeing this deck. People are saying that new structure deck did buff this particular deck. I don't know. I'm not really believing it. We actually have a red, green Luffy. I've actually never seen this deck be played. I play against it on the sim. I beat the deck so fast I don't really understand what's the gist of it, but the fact that we're seeing it actually compete or even brought is actually a sight to see. And outside of that, I also, like I told you guys earlier, I want to know why GP Luffy is falling off. We only bring in one. It has the same representation as Vegapunk and Enel, which doesn't make any sense to me. I always thought it was going to be the second most represented. You guys see GP Luffy coming in at second. Why is the GP Luffy train just falling off? Actually insane. We have 13-4-3 with the R Green Smoker and also Pluffy with the Lucci and Blackbeard. Anything else that's shy? So we have Voldemort. We actually have a red black Kobe showing up. How do you guys feel about this particular deck as well? I'm not really seeing this deck too often in the streets. I think it just needs some support. I don't think it's, you know, that good at this point. And this is the first time we're actually seeing another deck outside of UP Luffy be the first deck. GP Luffy taking UP Luffy's spot after 2.5 months, literally holding that title of having 2.5 months of just straight dominance. 4, we have yellow, red, Bello Betty, then we have Pluffy, we have UP Luffy, Nami, and then we have Gecko Mori is the only different deck we see right here. Reiju also got a buff as well, very insane. And then also for a second tournament, taking up the slots, actually it's not taking up the slots, these are all 4, so they all tie for 4. And then we actually have Foxy and Vegapunk here with a purple yellow pudding. You guys see this is developing, every week is different. We got the Dolphy, we have the blue, green, Rosie. Not bad, not bad. If you guys want to see this deck list, this is what is this? This is Uta, green Uta. So if you guys do want to look at this, there you go. There's a Uta list. I'm not even sure if I feature this in our decks as well. So you guys are an Uta fan, there you go. This is OP11. Let's keep on going. This is May 9th. May 9th, let's see what we have here. Anything different? UP Luffy reclaimed its throne as being the best deck of this particular tournament, most brought as well. Pluffy's still seeing play. As you guys see, it looks like Pluffy might be a top 5 deck now at the tail end of this OP11 format. We have Teach, Lucci, anything else that's different here? Anything? We actually have the red green Luffy. We have the green Uta right here. We have the Foxy. We have the purple black Luffy. Katakuri showing up. We have the RP Luffy. Yeah, looks like everything in its mom was brought to this tournament. Very shy, very shy. And that looks like, no, I thought that was a 3v3. It was not a 3v3. Here's another tournament from May 10th. Bonnie showing up at 5. Nothing else really too interesting. We're just going to keep on skimming because it seems like things are starting to get a little bit repetitive. Let's keep on going. Oh, actually, GP Luffy actually took UP Luffy's spot yet again. This is the 3rd time, mind you. I'm counting how many times UP Luffy's spot. Just shows you the dominance of this deck. It really was an OP11 format fact, in the opinion. GP Luffy's taking UP Luffy's spot in this tournament. Pluffy's showing up. That's why I said Pluffy is really spinning the block right now. We got Teach Zoro. We have the red black Kobe showing up. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's keep on going here. Let's keep on going. This was May 16th, so we're getting in the middle of May. We're actually, it looks like we're almost done with this OP11 meta breakdown. This is the middle of May. UP Luffy taking his throne again, but it looks like, all right, so officially, this looks like the official top 3 decks right here is UP Luffy, GP Luffy, and also Bello Betty. This looks like the 3 best decks at the time right here because this deck counts both of these decks. And then on the rise is Pluffy. Pluffy looks like it might be a top 5 deck. I'm surprised Lucci isn't really showing up a little bit more because it does counter both of these, really all 4, 5, 6 of these decks. Surprised Lucci at 8, 7. Lucci literally beats all these other decks. I don't understand how come Lucci's not really showing up. Maybe Teacher's gatekeeping him. I don't know. But let's go to keep on going. UI Nami actually coming in at 4, which is insane. Dolphy showing up, showing up with his crumbs. Ever since the ban list, somebody wants to play that fucking whack ass deck, and I'm happy about it. Nobody wants to watch Dolphy spin. Everything else kind of looked the same. And actually, Pluffy is tied for the 4th. Yeah, this looks like some of the best decks here. Not surprised. Actually, truly just not surprised. That was May 17th. Let's keep on going. This is May 18th. We have 11, 8, 10. So 11, 10. Yeah, these are the top 5 decks right here. You guys are wondering what the top 5 decks in the Eastern OP11 meta. This is it right here. This is definitely it. And I'm actually surprised being able to see these 2 red decks compete. Also, Luffy. I'm wondering why Lucci isn't up here. Lucci beats all these decks. Could somebody tell me why Lucci's not up here? I would greatly appreciate it. And let's just keep on going with the meta breakdowns. Here's a deck right here, or a meta breakdown. This is May 24th, so we're actually almost done. People are almost done. We know you got things to do and things to eat, okay? 27 UP Luffy, GP Luffy. We have 21, 20 U. I was about to say U. Yellow, red, Bello Betty, and then we also have Zoro Luffy. So this is officially the top 5 decks. Top 5 decks. You guys want to know what top 5 decks are? They're these 5 right here. These 5 here. Let's keep on going. Is there anything actually interesting here? No, we already talked about all these decks already. Everything else kind of looks very repetitive. And it seems like nobody's really bringing anything new at all. So this is the first tournament that we did have. I'm not sure how this meta breakdown is. We're going to click out of this one. I'm not sure how they broke down this one. But here's another tournament we have right here. GP Luffy actually took UP Luffy's spot. And outside of that, yeah, everything else kind of looks the same. I've been seeing a lot more green, yellow lol. This is a very high skill intensive deck, so if you guys do bring this deck, more likely just be wary of anybody that brings deck, because somebody's bold enough not only buy the cards but show up to a tournament with this deck. They probably cooking. You guys got to be wary of people that play this deck. Okay, so here's another CS. This is 11.5, so this is midway through, and this is the very first turn. Oh, this is the second tournament. The first tournament, it was UP Luffy versus Lucci, and Lucci won the very first CS. And then this is the second CS that did happen right here. And honestly, White Nami should have won this. White Nami pulled a Blackbeard from our Nats, literally punted the fucking game. There was like 4 or 5 times this particular Nami could have won and lost. We saw this live. And outside of that, let's see what else was brought. We have Bello Betty and UP Luffy. You guys are wondering how this beat this particular deck. It bricked. This is the only way Bello Betty really loses against this deck is if it bricks. If this deck bricks, it's Jove. It's absolutely Jover. Then we got Enel and also White Nami. And then this is the top 8 right here. Top 8 was Luffy, Enel, Nami, Bello Betty, GP Luffy, Bello Betty, and also UP Luffy. It looks like UP Luffy has really been having the plot armor here, because just even in the top 8, there's only one, and it actually ended up fucking winning. And this is top 16. We have Luffy, UP Luffy, Enel, GP Luffy. When we actually look at the second or top 8 as well, there's only one GP Luffy and also only one UP Luffy as well. Bello Betty is really outpacing all of these decks here, coming in at 3 at our CS. We have Zoro, Luffy, Bello Betty. It looks like Bello Betty was more likely the more popular deck of this particular tournament here. R Green, Smoker, GP Luffy, Bello Betty, Luffy, GP Luffy. A lot of Luffy decks as well. Very good showing. But like I said, UP Luffy has that plot armor, and that's the reason why it won. We have another tournament right here. Just take a look. Gecko Moria is now showing up. Purple, black Luffy showing up. Blue, purple Reiju showing up. Red, green Odin's actually showing up. Haven't seen this as well. But it really does look like these are the best decks here. I mean, there's nothing else really I need to say. Let's keep on going. I'm not gonna go over these statistics here. This is May 28th, so we're actually almost done. Let's go ahead and see. I think this was 20 hours ago. Yeah, still UP Luffy, GP Luffy, Bello Betty, 10 Luffy. What is this? This is a question mark. How do you put a question mark? You don't even know what it is. Actually insane here. Nothing else really brought that's really interesting to even talk about. We talked about almost everything else. Let's keep on going. Here's another deck, This is another tournament breakdown 14 hours ago. This was the month of May. So for the month of May, this is how the meta evolved. This is also a little bit mellowed out here, because as you guys can see, 86 GP Luffys at the beginning of this format. It was blown out. It was like a ton of this and a little bit of all this, but it looks like it's more evened out at the end of the format with 86 GP Luffy's, 72 red, yellow Bello Betty's, 59 Pluffy's, and 44 Zoros. We're not going to go over anything else. I'm just really surprised this deck, Lucci, isn't really showing up ahead of any of these other decks, to be honest. Anything else that was interesting that was brought in the month of May? No, we went over everything else. Yeah, we went over everything else. And this was our latest CS that literally just happened just, I think, over this past weekend. Bello Betty ended up cooking UP Luffy, and that game was over like in 5 minutes. In top 4, we had 2 Bello Bettys, and we had a green, yellow law on UP Luffy. And this is what I'm saying. UP Luffy just has the plot armor when it comes to the CSs. Once again, there is only one UP Luffy. Even in top 16, there's only one UP Luffy, and it has the fucking plot armor to not only beat all these decks, but to make the finals. Thank God Joe actually won. In top 8, we have UP Luffy. We had 2 green, yellow law. Green, yellow law was definitely cooking in this tournament. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So we have 2 GP Luffys, and we have 3 Bello Bettys. Top 16, we had UP Luffy, Zoro, Pluffy, GY Law, Pluffy, GP Luffy, Lucci, GY Law, Bello Betty, Pluffy, Zoro, GP Luffy, Pluffy. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all gonna hate this meta. By the time we actually are done with this meta, you guys are gonna hate this whole entire meta because it's starting to look stale, just me just reading it for this long. Look, this is all I got. Tell me below how you guys feel about the meta evolving, okay? You guys are gonna have fun for the very first or second weeks. After that, you guys are gonna be bitching. We want a ban, we want a ban, we want a ban. UP Luffy, ban Gum Gum Giant. Even if you ban Gum Gum Giant, nothing fucking changes. The UP Luffy in itself as a whole just needs to be banned and then recreated. Nothing, you can't really ban anything in this particular deck that's really gonna make it worthwhile. Just be ready to play UP Luffy into November, because that's when we're probably gonna get the next ban list. Enjoy your summer. For our OP11 meta, that's all I got. But look, before I go, if you're feeling the vibes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll go.